Web development can be a time-consuming and complex process, often involving tedious tasks like coding, bug fixing, and testing. These tasks can drain valuable resources and hinder efficiency. However, with AI technology, it's an opportunity to revolutionize how websites are built from start to finish. A couple of years ago, a buddy and I attempted to start a startup. We encountered a significant obstacle right from the beginning. Crafting a sitemap and obtaining wireframe designs for our project proved to be a daunting task due to a high cost involved. We couldn't progress past this phase, and our dream remained till this day unfulfilled. Today, AI has made these tasks more accessible and affordable, opening up new possibilities for aspiring entrepreneurs and developers alike. This video introduces a game-changing approach that leverages AI to streamline the website development lifecycle. Today, we are going to learn how to build a website in probably less than 30 minutes, something that would have taken 3 months and $50,000 to create. Today we are going to learn how to do that in 30 minutes and for less than $40. So without further ado, let's get started. The way this is going to work is we are going to use to basically come out with the wireframes, use Webflow to import those wireframes in there, and showcase the no-code approach. And we're going to use Midjourney to generate some images that we are going to use for the website. And then from there, we're going to use ChatGPT for some branding and getting some suggestions, some names for our brand, for our website, and some color suggestions as well that are going to look good with our website. And the other thing is we're going to ask ChatGPT to give us, to basically help us come out with the prompts that we are going to use on Midjourney. And then later on, we are going to take the difficult approach that is using JavaScript, writing everything from scratch using JavaScript and React framework to basically build the same thing or attempt to build the entire thing using ChatGPT, of course, to aid us to do this. So let's get started. So the first step is to go over to Dribbble, get some inspirations for this website, and then pick a website we are going to build today. Pick an example and go from there. Get a feel of what those websites look like, and then I'm going to build something similar. If you don't know what Dribbble is, Dribbble can be a great place to seek inspiration, right? If you are trying to build a website, Dribbble is a great place to. One thing to keep in mind is when you're building a website, every business gotta come with a set of teams and feel to it, right? You can't just go build a banking website for a yoga studio. It won't match. So branding is very important, and the best way to make sure you're not making mistakes in this type of area is to go and check out what is already working out there. Okay, just go out there and check out what is already working out there. So that is what we are going to do right now. So we're over here at Dribbble, and I'm just going to search a few things. I'm going to search finance website, and let's see what comes up. That looks good. That's not bad. I'm going to search let's look for yoga studio. Okay, this looks good. Okay, this looks really good. Yeah, this is a clean, modern, futuristic website. Oh, I really like this one. All right, so I think I know what kind of website we are going to create. We are going to just stick with a yoga studio website. I think this is going to be fun to create. So I'm just going to catalog a few of these websites just to create a mood board and Figma later. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of some of these websites that I find really interesting. So like this one. All right, so now that we have everything that we need, we are going to create a yoga studio website and know what it's going to look and feel like. Let's go over to ChatGPT and try to come out with some names for our website. So over here on ChatGPT, I'm just going to give you a simple prompt. I'm working on a small business for yoga lessons. Help me come out with some name for so ChatGPT has come out with some names, and so far I've got Vibe Flow Yoga, Zen Jan Yoga, Eclipse Yoga, Soul Stretch, Flow, and Flourish. So let's just pick a name. So I'm just gonna go with Zen Jan Yoga. Let's ask ChatGPT a follow-up question. This is great. Now give me a set of branding colors. So ChatGPT is coming out with some color themes that we could go with, and I think this is really great. Let's take this a step further. Let's ask ChatGPT to give me a set of prompts for Midjourney AI This now leads us into the next step, which is going over the Midjourney to generate some images for our website. Now, if you're not familiar with Midjourney, it's an image generation website, and it comes with a free, I believe it comes with a free version, a basic version, and the pro version. If your work is going to involve a ton of image generation, I would advise to go with something like more of a pro version, pay a little bit more, because the thing about Midjourney is sometimes you have to provide the prompt over and over and switch it up a little bit. And sometimes the images don't come out the way you want to. So you have to rerun the prompt over and over to generate the kind of images that you are looking for. So it's kind of try and error sometimes. So we are going to use the prompts ChatGPT has given us, head over to Midjourney and see what we can come out with. One other thing to know about Midjourney is it's on Discord. So right now the only way to be able to generate images is through Discord, and you can download Discord for free. Right after you download Discord, set up an account and then go over to the Midjourney website and then proceed from there. It will take you directly to the Discord channel, and then you can sign up with Discord, and then you should be in there. You get into Midjourney, you can do a couple of things. You can come into one of these newbie charts, and it should be good to generate images from these newbie charts. These will include also charts that are being generated by other people. So sometimes it's a great place to come to try and see some inspirations and what people are generating and what cool things people are doing with Midjourney. But you can also go directly and chat with the Midjourney bot. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna come here and right click and say message, and it's gonna take us directly to the Midjourney bot so we can talk directly to it. So let's generate some logo assets for our website. Before we generate the images for our website, let's generate some logo. So we are just gonna give Midjourney a simple prompt and say, before you give Midjourney a prompt, you have to use the /imagine, and then you enter the prompt. So a logo for a yoga studio website. All right, so we've been given some amazing logos, and I like this one right here. I think we can go with this one, or we can go with that one, but I like this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do U3, and you can press this right here to regenerate, to basically rerun the prompt if you're not satisfied with any of the options Midjourney provided. But we are gonna go with this one. Actually, I think it came out with some better ones. I kind of like this one, and I like this one as well. I think this one looks more modern and futuristic, and this one as well. All right, that's fine. We are just gonna go with this one. That's fine. So okay, let's start generating some images that we are gonna be using on our website. So we can generate a bunch of headshots and basically generate image assets, right? If you go to yoga website, you are basically gonna see a bunch of yoga poses, right? People doing a bunch of yoga stuff like stretching, yoga. So these are the type of images we want to generate. So let's download these. We might need these later, so I'm gonna download these. We might have use cases for them, but for now I don't see it. Look, I was expecting something else, but I don't see. So I'm just gonna save these. Save this. All right, so and this one came out good. I'm just gonna use get the first one and the third one, I believe. We're just gonna use these two. I'm just gonna regenerate these images because all right, so I think the second one and the third one is great, so I'm just gonna Alright guys, in this step, let's go over to Reloom is basically why we're here, right? This groundbreaking software basically would take instructions just like ChatGPT to take prompts, be able to generate a sitemap and everything for you right there. It would then a matter of seconds, right? We are going to go over to it and see how that works, right? We are going to provide it with a yoga prompt and then see what it comes up with. So I'm over here in Reloom, and this is groundbreaking, guys. Doing this process used to take a lot of time and a lot of money, right? And now you can basically do the same process just by going on this website. And if you do use this a lot, you can basically pay for it if this is your work. But if you're just looking for a quick solution to come out with designs to showcase, right? Or come out with a quick proof of concept to showcase maybe stakeholders or something like that, this is a great tool. And you can have prototypes and files and designs that you can iterate, right? So we're here, let's go to launch, and I'm just gonna go to a new project, right? And this is where the magic happened, guys. Over here we are gonna type a yoga studio website, right? Let's provide it this prompt. Number of pages, we only need 1 to 5 right now, but you can select more if you're gonna need it, and you generate. Guys, look at this. This is incredible. So what we got here, we got a nav bar, we got a hero section, feature section, benefits section, how it works section, services section, team section, testimonial section, call to action section, contact form. I don't think we need a contact form here, so I think we can delete this one. And then we have the footer. That looks good. And then we have about us. We can continue to keep generating content. Let's generate all of these. So we got about us, we got classes, and each class has class description, right? And then we have a blog section that has a nav bar, the feature blog, the blog list, the FAQ section. We don't even need a FAQ section here. I think the FAQ section can go from here. Testimonial section don't need to be here. And then a footer, right? You can go and modify all of these. This is just to show you how you can modify these, right? And basically have a high-level overview of the whole application and what it's going to entail. This is amazing, guys. You have no idea how amazing this tool is going to be for solopreneurs and developers, right? Solopreneurs that want to build their own website, or that want to go from idea to iteration, idea to execution within just like that, right? This is great. And you want a little bit of customization and the feel and look, right? Website is about branding, and separating yourself from everybody else is how you brand yourself, right? If everybody's using WordPress, all the common WordPress teams and all the common Wix and teams, and someone comes on your website and it's fresh, it's new, it's different, that is how you stand out from your competition. So taking turns into your own hands instead of going with the one-size-fits-all approach, right, when it comes to website building. So that is what this is right here, right? Clarity, right? And from here we can go to the wireframes, right? And then we can check out the wireframes, right? Let's check them out. So still generating. So this is what the homepage is gonna look like. Personally, I don't like this hero right here, so I think we can change that. So we can select this. We can select that to be a card. It can be a video. You can change the placements. You can be a button but the place component, that's interesting. We can have this. We can have this. I like this a lot. We can have something like this, something like this, something like this. I think something like this would be great for a yoga website or something like this. But I think I'm gonna go with this. That looks good. And then we have that discover. Let's see something. We got something else better than this. Let's see. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think it looks alright. Okay, guys, this looks good. This looks amazing. You know what we can also do? We can export, right? We are gonna come to export a Figma and export a Webflow in a second, but we can export this to Excel, and I'll show you what that does in a second, right? And I'm just gonna open this. Guys, see what does that. That's the amazing part. So with the advanced level, right? Price, number of pages 6, right? Price per page, right? It's gonna cost you 4,300, right? To build a page. So in total, it's gonna cost you 26,000 to build a website like this. Possibly have it to this level of design. So that is how much it's gonna run you. But maybe let's say you don't have 26,000 to spend on the website, right? I could just go to WordPress to do the same thing for less, right? You can go to the intermediate section, and this one will give you some much more affordable rates, right, for the website. So at an intermediate level, you have price per page 1,000, right? 1,100 per page, right? Total cost, right, it's gonna be 6,700, right? And if that is even more expensive for you, maybe your budget is tight, you just need to get something out there, right? Guess how much it's gonna price breakdown here, right? 558 per page, right? Dollars per page, and it's gonna cost you a total of 3,300,000, right? To build a page like this, and basically maybe leverage places like Fiverr and stuff like that to build a website like this, right? To get someone to just build out these components so you can assemble them, or they can assemble them for you, right? So when it comes to building a website, there are two main approaches: the no code or the code base. Each method has its own pros and cons, and understanding these can make you make an informed decision. The no code approach involves using visual tools and drag and drop interfaces to create websites without writing any code. This method is generally faster and doesn't require coding knowledge, making it easier for non-technical users to create websites. It's a suitable choice if your website is primarily a marketing page or a blog, as no-code platforms provide a general solution that works for many such cases. However, no-code platforms often have limited customization options, potential vendor lock-in, and scalability and performance concerns. If you are building a website that requires more functionality and needs to scale later on, a no-code approach might not be the best choice. While it comes with a steeper learning curve, longer development times, and the need for ongoing maintenance and updates, the code-based approach allows you to get hands-on and learn valuable lessons throughout the process. As the saying goes, the best lessons lie in using your hands when building stuff. The choice between no-code or code-based approach ultimately depends on your project's requirements and goals. If you're building a website that requires advanced functionality and scalability, a code-based approach might be a better option, even though it might require more efforts or expertise. So now that we have our designs in Reloom, we can put them over to Figma and do a little bit of customization to it. So Figma is a tool that allows designers to collaborate, or independent designers as well, that can actually apply changes or make changes to wireframes or create wireframes. So we're going to use the designs Reloom gives us, port them over to Figma, and see what we come out with. Apply a few customizations like maybe the font, the color, and change the buttons maybe a little bit. So let's head over there. So over here on Reloom, what we can do is click on export and export to Figma, and what it's going to tell you is to if you were to export a sitemaps or wireframes to Figma, you will need to install the Reloom library. If you go over to Figma, what we can do is go over here to plugins, and then if you don't see Reloom, you can go to manage plugins, and all you got to do is to type Reloom and it should show up. And we're just gonna click on that and click on the project we were working on, which is this one, and then add wireframes, and it should add every wireframes that we previously developed. It should add all of that over on this page. So this process will probably take you about a minute or two, but once it's done, you have your files here that you can inspect. It would provide you with a desktop and a mobile version. So if you remember earlier, we created a mood board. I'm just bringing over a few images that I took earlier. All right, so now that we have our mood board, I just want to make a few customizations to a few things. First of all, the button. All right, I don't like how pointed it is, so we can change that. And it's all about changing the, what do you call it? Okay, we're just gonna round the buttons a little bit. I think this looks better, and you can do the same for You can do the same for the rest as well, but I think this looks much better. Now we can use this plugin called GPT Stylist. And if you don't see it, all you need to do is to come in here to the plugins manager and then just type GPT Stylist, and it should create this dialog box that we can type to. So we can say Yoga Studio website and then suggest colors, and let's see what it comes out with. So it comes out with these. I think there's a way to rerun the prompt, so let's do it again. Let's go with this. I'm just gonna hit create styles, and it's gonna create a styles for us. So now what we can do is we can change a few things. So if we come over to this side, we can change the primary text, we can change the color, we can change the length color. So if we come here, we can maybe even change the length color to green if we want to, or change it to or even change it to yellow. So it's your preference and what you want to do with it. So you can change a few other things here. I think this customization is good enough. You can definitely apply your own customization to your designs, make it your own, make it stand out. Basically go from there. Also, you can use your mood board as reference for for colors, the type of colors you want to use on the page, and the type of images as well, right? So guys, now we are gonna go over to Webflow, and if you're not familiar with Webflow is basically a no-code solution a lot of people use that has become really popular lately, and you can go over there and use that as well. You can import those wireframes over to Webflow, and it's gonna basically design the entire website for you using those specifications. So it's really that. It's really that intuitive, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I think it's really cool. So we are going to go over to Webflow, and if you do not have a Webflow account, just go ahead and sign up, create an account and everything, and you should be able to create a new, and it should land you to some sort of a page like this. When you are creating a new website, it should land you to some sort of a page like this, and this is basically their basic starting template. Don't use a template, just start with a blank page. And what we are gonna do is to go back to Realum, go over to Realum. You're gonna go over to Realum, and you can go over here and export to Webflow. But what it's gonna tell you is to click the entire page and click copy over, and then copy it over to Webflow. So we are gonna do that. We're gonna click here and then click on copy. It's gonna copy the entire page, and we're gonna go over to Webflow, and this magic, guys, you're gonna paste it here, and it's gonna create the entire website for you. Okay, this is the entire website now. If I hit this button right here, this is the entire website now. This is crazy. See, everything is working, like everything. Not everything, but most of it is working. The navigation is showing up. The carousel is showing up here. The hero section is beautifully showing up. Yeah, this here, you get that. It looks good. So now let's customize it a bit. Let's design it with place a few things with the photos we grabbed earlier. So let's do that. Let's replace photo, and over here we can upload photos. So I'm just gonna upload all the photos that we got earlier. Here we are, and look at this, guys. Look at this. We have a fully functioning website. In just minutes, we have a fully functioning website. I'll replace that image and that. But look at this, guys. We have a fully functioning website, and this is fascinating. This is fascinating. So this is the no-code approach. This is obviously the easy way. Most people will take this route, of course. But sometimes you want to build an application that is going to scale. There's going to be thousands and millions of people that are going to use it. In that case, a solution like this is not going to work, right? So this is where code base and maintaining your own code comes in. And the way we are going to do this is you need a few things. You need some sort of an IDE. An IDE is basically like a text editor, right? Basically built on top of the text editor, but with more advanced, more advanced features that allows you to, instead of writing just words, you can write code that a computer understands, right? So we are going to use VS Code. You can download VS Code by going on their website and vscode.com and just download and So over here on my desktop, I'm just gonna say a new folder, and it's gonna create a folder, and I'm gonna name it Zen Yoga. We'll go back to VS Code, open folder, go to where my folder is basically located, which in my case on the desktop, Zen logo, and then click open. It's just gonna open it, and then we're gonna open the terminal backup. So you should have something like this. Now we're gonna head over to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is gonna help us out with this part. So we're just gonna wait for it to do it. And alright, so we're just gonna ask ChatGPT to help us come out with a code that will help us get our application run on the browser, right? So first, it suggests to create a React app. So we are gonna do that. Go over to the terminal and then paste this here and say create React app, and just wait for it to. These are basically the folders that were generated as a result of running that command in our terminal. We want to run this command, so we can go into this folder. It should have something like this running on your browser. So now what we are going to do is we're going to take some screenshots of our wireframes and just ask ChatGPT to help us come out with a code for it. Let's just give it this prompt and let's see what it comes up with. This is great. I'm just gonna copy this, head over to VS Code, go to the app.js, and replace this entire thing of what ChatGPT gave us. And let's just delete a few of us. If you watch up to this point, let me just say I truly appreciate you for sticking to this. I basically went ahead and implemented the instructions ChatGPT gave me. I was just running out of time, and this video is already long enough. So as you can see, it came with some parts, right? I had to do a lot of the work myself and tweak things a little bit to just get it right. With Webflow, everything was just perfect, right? I found this npm package here called React Photo Library that was really instrumental in getting this effect. It's not perfect. I will if I spend some more time with it, we can get it. As you can see, some of these components are a little bit different, and it's because I had to regenerate the entire wireframes over again. This was basically me redoing the entire process, so the final results would come out a little bit different. As you can see, it's not perfect. This was just to demonstrate just going with this approach. It's definitely going to take you much longer, and this is just getting over the designs to React, right? We're not talking about the functionality, what happens when you click on the buttons and where they lead you, right? Which is going to require events. So when a user clicks on a button, it fires an event, and then we can grab the event somewhere in the browser and then do something with it, right? So that would be the next step to take, which is where the real work comes in. And then right after that, you have to fix all the minor bugs that you are gonna encounter after that, right? But this is my folder structure. Obviously, in a real application, you would have that is going to be maintained over time. You would have these things organized much more better. There's much more efficient way to organize it. So, and then separate the concerns a little bit, right? That is what I would do. But this is it, guys. If you want me to create an entire video explain this whole entire process of creating these wireframes in React, I would be glad to do so. I hope this was helpful, and if you did find this helpful, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, like this video, and check out my newsletter as well, where I go in depth in these topics. Every topic I discuss here on YouTube, there's an article on it on my newsletter that goes in depth. If you prefer that as well, this is it, guys. Till the next video, it's peace.